If you're here for landing page optimization strategies, it's possible that things might be a little stressful for you right now. The page isn't performing, someone's breathing down your neck about KPIs, and you're asking yourself, how do I fix this now? How do I fix this fast? I need performance. When the pressure hits, the default is to change a bunch of stuff. That rarely ever helps. We're gonna slow down just enough to make smart moves so you can speed up with actual proof. I'm Hannah. I've helped hundreds of businesses with their landing page optimization, and I'm here to help you with a proven plan. First, we'll triage the problem so you're fixing the right thing. Second, we'll follow an order of operations, like PEMDAS from math class, so you don't skip certain steps. Third, we're gonna run a clean A/B test with a real confidence. So first, triage. Where's the page actually hurting? A couple different things we're gonna wanna look at, or a couple different things that you're probably experiencing, is no one's getting to the page in the first place. This means that traffic is low getting to the page, or maybe the click-through rate has dropped. This means that it's really not a landing page problem at all, and we need to take a step back and look at what's happening from the media side of things. What are our ads saying? And then what is our landing page saying? Are we targeting the right keywords? Are we driving qualified traffic to this page? If not, let's go back and figure out what promise our ads are making, what keywords that we're targeting, and getting more traffic to the landing page. Second thing that might be happening is people are getting to your page, they're just not converting. This means that people are getting to the page, they're poking around, but they're leaving and not taking that action that we really want them to take. What we need to look at is time on page, scroll depth, and where that attention drops in those recordings. Third thing that could be happening is people are converting, but they're the wrong people and not the leads that you actually want. For example, maybe you're a services company, but the people that are filling out your form are actually looking for jobs and not actually looking to buy your service. This means that either our message is not clear, so let's look back at our headlines and our copy to make sure that we're talking to the person that we actually want to fill out our form. Or maybe it's a different solution, like rerouting our job seekers to a careers page. That way the people filling out our form is quality traffic and the people we actually want to be filling it out. So maybe you're facing one of those three issues. Now let's figure out how to actually tackle those issues. And we're gonna do this in our PEMDAS way. We're gonna do it in that way because if you are fixing step 8 before you're fixing step 1, you're fixing the wrong problem. So we need to slow down, make sure that we're fixing one thing at a time and doing it in the right order of operations. For example, step 1, we should always be looking at time on page and our scroll depth. Because if people are only spending 5 to 10 seconds on the page, or they're not scrolling and only seeing your hero section, if you change something that's at the bottom of your page, it's really not going to matter because people haven't been seeing it in the first place. So if they're not spending a lot of time on page, if they're not scrolling, that tells us what we need to fix is something that's above the fold. Whether that's the headline, the subhead, the image, we need to make a better connection with that audience so when they land on the page, they say, oh, okay, this page is for me. It's giving me the information that I was looking for. So now I'm gonna stay here a little bit and scroll and learn more. Next thing is maybe they are scrolling, but they're just not engaging. They're not clicking around, they're not opening up the form. This means that your content is not skimmable or it's not speaking to them in a genuine fashion. So what I see a lot of times is people content dump on their landing pages. They want to make sure that you have all of the information you could ever want. Sometimes that's not the right move because people don't like to read and you can often scare them off the page. And so if they're scrolling but they're not engaging, go through your content, make sure that the headlines are quick to tell the person what that section is about. Make sure you're only putting the right amount of content on there so that the page is skimmable and people can say, okay, this is for me and it's helpful and I can quickly understand what my next steps are. Now, if we've looked at both of those, the last thing that we're going to want to look at is our form friction. So if people are opening up that form and not converting, or maybe they're opening up the form, they're filling out first name, last name, but then they're bouncing at a certain field, that tells us that we need to change something on our form. And something like a footer is not going to be the change. So let's look at our form. What are we asking them? What is the value exchange? If we're only asking them for first name, last name, phone number, and people are stopping at that phone number field, that lets us know that that's sensitive content that they're not willing to give, either because spam calls are a really big issue, or they don't feel like phone number is going to help you give them a better answer in your follow-up. So make sure whatever you're going to give them in that follow-up, you're choosing the right form fields so that people feel confident in giving over their information for the value that they're going to get back to them afterwards. That sequence is going to be first, hero clarity, next, skimmability and relevance, and last, form friction. This is your PEMDAS. So we've figured out what the problem is, we followed our order of operations, and now the last thing is testing like a pro. The first thing you're going to want to do in any good test is create a hypothesis. If you don't create a hypothesis, we're just making changes willy-nilly without an idea of what we want out of the test. Slow down. What's your hypothesis? If I'm going to change this one thing on the landing page, I'm going to expect this percentage of change in X amount of area based off of the user behavior that I'm seeing. So for example, maybe you get to the page and you only have a 10% scroll depth. So your hypothesis might be the current page has a 10% scroll depth. So I'm going to change the main headline to X, Y, and Z to hopefully increase time on page to this many seconds and increase the scroll depth to this percentage. Now that we have our hypothesis, we can actually move forward with our test. How we're going to do that is we're going to take our existing landing page and we're going to duplicate it and make that one change that's from our hypothesis. So variant A is going to be the core page that's been live. Variant B is going to be that same exact page, but just with a headline change. What's really important here is that you make sure the traffic going to each page is 50-50 split, meaning 50% of your visitors are seeing variant A and 50% of your visitors are seeing variant B. There's lots of platforms that you can do this in. I particularly like Unbounce because it makes it really easy to split your traffic and also do your A/B testing. I know HubSpot also has the same features as well. Once you launch both of those pages, it could be really tempting in day 1 or 2 to say, oh, variant B is performing way better. Slow down. We need to consider statistical significance. This means that we're getting enough traffic to the page and letting the page run for a long enough amount of time for those results to actually be real. And so there's a lot of online tools you can use for this. Again, Unbounce and HubSpot also have this built in. So make sure you're slowing down, you're getting enough traffic to the page, and that you're running it for enough time to get real results back. Let's recap what we just went over. First, triage the problem. Next, fix in a real order of operations. Finally, we're going to test like a pro. That's the path from panic to process and from guesswork to results. If you still have questions or you need help with this, we are happy to help. We have designers that are trained in conversion rate optimization on landing pages to make sure that we're diagnosing the right problem and creating the results that you actually need.